Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Maureen Bandari. And so there's a day I was on Facebook and then there was this app that popped up, this question. So this question just looked interesting. It's one of those apps whereby you answer the question and then you can click next and then asks you another question, then you just go on and like that. But if you want, you can just answer and continue. But sometimes if you want as well, you can share your answer on your status. So I decided to get myself a glass of wine as I do this Q&A. So if you want, you can take like a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, and let's get these questions. First question: the person I trust with my life. That would probably be more than one person, and that's my family, like my husband and the others, my sisters basically. Next question: what is the song that I currently love? So currently I love this song by Boy, 2-in-1. I'm a terrible singer, but if you haven't heard of that song, it's something like 2-in-1, when you come through to pick you, cause baby you're now 2-in-1, 2-in-1, we're 2-in-1. Oh my god, I'm such a terrible singer. Let me just look for it on YouTube. Oh my god, it has one. Yeah, so that's my current favorite song and I am so excited. I've seen it has like 1.2 million views. It better, because I think he did a very nice job of involving everybody from musicians to his fans, which was pretty dope. So that's my favorite. Okay, between texting and calling, I prefer texting and WhatsApping. But definitely texting. I just don't, especially if I find a missed call, I'm probably going to text you and say, hey, I just seen your missed call. So that hopefully you will start chatting with me and we will talk. I don't know, I just feel like sometimes, I don't know what, like, it's not anxiety, but you just never know what the other caller wants, which you might not be able to provide, whether it's information or something, So I prefer texting, because I get to compose myself before I reply whatever it is that you're asking for. The last book I read without skipping over anything was I don't know, the last time I read a book completely, I was in high school. By then, Zile Mills and Boons, the romance ones, G. Danielle Steele, those ones. I used to read a book within 48 hours. Me, I'm done. Like, yo. So I ended up growing up, became an adult, and now me and books are like, I'm really trying to go back to reading, but my god, I've seen this question paka nimeona tu aibu. Like, pause, let me show you the books I have, then I'll tell you how many I've read. Don't move. They're quite a stack. Oh my god, I need space to put all this. That was heavy. What? So when Nakumat had that book first section, there was a time they had like a 5+1, I think it was 5+1 or 5+2 books, and then I remember I was like, yo, I've been planning to revive, my reading culture, so maybe this is like a sign by God. Go and get 6 books. So I think I bought around 10+2 books, of course not at the same time, like I think they were months apart, but let me show you. I think, oh my god, kwani baby amefanyaje kitabu? What? Oh my god, seriously. Anyway, ndio sikuzieka poa. But this Girl Boss is the only book I tried to read, and nikafika like katikati in the middle. I don't know, I was just like, honestly, I've seen this book online. I bought it, but I just didn't find it interesting, just being honest. So I stopped reading, but at least I got halfway. And then I have a Mandela biography here, which sijaifungua kusema tu kweli. The Art of War, hii nimeona tu sahi, siko naikumbuka. Like guys, it's that bad. I'm even feeling embarrassed right now. So this is a book that I love. Why Nice Girls Still Don't Get the Corner Office. It's something that I've been trying to read. Like, I think I read, let me tell you one thing that I read for real. The synopsis. I always get everything. Like, I know what every book is about, but where? But this one, at least I've read a few pages. Rich Dad Poor Dad, I know I'm late to this Rich Dad Poor Dad bandwagon, but I feel like it's one of those books which it doesn't really matter at what point you get to discover the book and read. So I got this yet to read. I think someone should add me in a book club, at least so that I can feel like pressure to read. Then I can read. Now this is a book I've at least gone through several pages. So this is Zig Ziglar on selling. So the ultimate handbook for complete sales professional. This directly impacts my current life right now, even in terms of my work, in terms of my businesses. Comes in handy. I've read a few chapters here and there, so it's a nice book. I intend on finishing. Okay, by now this is sounding like a national anthem. Then lastly, okay, these are just the books that I got recently. I still have like a bunch stacked somewhere, but Guide to Investing. There's a time I was so focused, I'm like, yo, me, I want to invest in this and this and this and this, and then I bumped into this book and I was like, yo, yeah, ndio ikufika sasa, Chris Kirubi, see you at the top. But so I think now you have an idea of what my reading culture is like, but I still want to read because I want my child to pick up that habit, because I know you can't tell a child what to do, they just copy what you're doing. Next question, flowers or chocolate? None. Listen, and this is my reasoning. Like, I feel like I'm just way past the flowers and chocolate thingy right now. You know, just give me things that make sense, like a new pair of tires, Amasuji, you've taken my car to service, or like, you've taken the baby out to play so that I can catch on some sleep. I'd rather you just give me something of value which will definitely have a bigger impact on my life. For me, the perfect age to get married is whenever you are ready. To be honest, whenever you're ready, like your heart tells you like this is the one, that's when you should get married. I don't feel like there's a specific age. Of course you shouldn't be too young, but then again, I think the ideal, let me just answer this correctly. I think the ideal age to start thinking of marriage in any way is 25. Because I feel like even if you're 20s, in your early 20s, you're in a situation whereby you just probably got your first job, you're trying to, you know, have those things you never had when you were in campus, you're trying to discover yourself, you're trying to discover your style, you're trying to discover what foods you like, you know. So I think you should give yourself time to be who you are before you can give yourself to someone else. So maybe 25, but at the end of the day, again, maturity doesn't come with age. So as long as you feel like this is the right time and this is the right person, then yeah. The football team I'm most loyal to is, I don't watch football, I don't care about football, I don't understand why people care a lot about football. Yeah, that's like, listen, I'm that girl that once, like, okay, in my defense, this was like several years ago. I'm that chick that once asked my husband if Arsenal is playing in World Cup. Kama ujisikia usirudi. If I could only take one item with me to a desert island, apart from food and water, I would take, to be honest, Miss Petangi maswali kama hii. Because I mean, at what point will I even be in this scenario? So pass. I don't like such questions by the way. Between sunrises and sunsets, I prefer. Okay, by the way, hizi vitu zingine ni za wazungu. Mi bora nimeamka na nimelala, mi sina shida yote. Kusema tu kweli. Next question, the funniest person I know. I think currently for me it's Blessed Njugush, like, and Wakavinya. It's Wakavinya ama it's like those videos, man. And I think the first time I really fell in love with them was when they were advertising some Lily hairline. Hey, the hair is gorgeous, and his wife was wearing one, and then my god, it was just so funny. Like, I think Jugush is so hilarious, and it becomes even, it has like more impact when he's acting out with the wife, but the other person is my husband as well. Okay, I don't laugh to all his jokes, but he can be quite funny sometimes. The subject that I was bad at in secondary school. Oi. The subject I was so bad in is mathematics. Yani, first of all, let me even embarrass a friend of mine also here. Her name is Boke. Boke and I, when it came to mathematics, tulikuwa hivi. Like, yani, we hear what they're saying, but translating was a totally different thing. Yani, your subject CG, what's wrong with it? I don't think I ever scored like a B+ and above in mathematics, and you can imagine I was like a straight A student with science, but maths ilikata. Yani, I tried everything, it refused. Then I remember just before we did our KCSE, our math teacher called some of us. I don't know which criteria they were using, but I remember I was called with a few of my classmates. Then sijui kama alikuwa anatuonea huruma. So he was telling us, you know what, in every math test there's always like questions on graphs, and graphs are always very simple. You know, it's either you draw this, the graph is going like this, you interpret. It's very simple things. So he was like, you know, I've noticed you guys, you know, having a hard time and nini. So listen, what you need to do is take the past papers and revise all the graphs. In most cases they keep just repeating the same thing, so if you manage to get all the graphs right, then at least you are going to, you know, get a better grade. So Maureen nani nikatafuta papers zote, and I'm telling you, when the exam was approaching, I was just doing graphs because I was like, man, if I get like 3 graphs correct, and I think one had a lot of marks, either 10+, that will really boost me. Murphy's law, yani, came in full effect. Do you know, in our year there was no question on graphs, like for the first time. Maureen ndio huyo alisoma tu graphs, akaiva and sat waiting. And then there was no graph, yani not even one. And for the first time in our year there were no graphs. Just imagine how I felt. Kwanza, what? I remember a question that I used to hate because I never used to understand it. Sijui, something is coming from point B, another one is coming from point A, so they are going, you know, in the same direction. So at sijui, after how long are they meetings? Guy, I used to look at those questions. I'm like, oh my god, like someone has been set to finish me. Me and math, long story short, wacha tuikae. No, we are not friends. No. Child. Okay, next question. When I was younger, I was afraid of chameleons and dogs, and I still fear the two. Okay, chameleons now not so much because I know they can't really move and get to me, but dogs, my friend Nyokabi will tell you, even a friendly dog, even if you bring a chihuahua, I will run for my dear life. No, me and the dogs. You know, I used to, like, in my hometown, people used to write on their gate ati tuko na umbwa kali. And listen, by the way, that was not just a threat, it was true, like umbwa kali for real. So that like destroyed my whole childhood and adulthood. When I was a child, I wanted to be a doctor. You know, okay, I remembered, you know the way they say, like when you're younger you start aiming higher, and then as you progress unarudi. Unfortunately, that best describes me. So when I was a child, I remember reading this novel by Ben Carson. What was the name? I think it was Gifted Hands. Gifted Hands. It's called Gifted Hands. Okay, there was a novel by Ben Carson, and I remember all over, it was not even just me. Wow, it was almost everyone. Like the moment you read that book, you just want to be a doctor. And then of course I didn't get enough grades to take me to med school, but they were not so bad. So I decided to try and get a scholarship. I managed to get actually a scholarship in the US, but it was like paid passion. And you know, passion kama a quarter of the scholarship, and of course me, I can't afford the other, so I just let it go. At some point I wanted to do pharmacy when I realized I can't hack being a doctor. Even that one didn't work out, so I ended up studying biotechnology, in which now I'm in a situation where I work with both the people that I wanted to be. So yeah, could downgrade now. Yeah. Do you text using full words or abbreviations? Now for me, I can do both. I'm one of those people who will text in full, but not unless there's some juicy gossip going on. Okay, that's not to say that I'm a gossiper, but then I don't gossip that much. But it could be just like, you know, like maybe I'm chatting with my sisters and, you know, mtu akona uhondo, you know, like someone has a new boyfriend, you know, and they're telling us about it. At that particular point, you know, you're like, huh? Twitter fingers doing the walking, you know. So at that particular point, trust and believe I'm using abbreviations. Like, since that time you could text like the whole thing. At that particular time, I want it hot. Or I'm just chatting. Like in most cases, it's not even gossip. Like it's like someone just updating you about something which you've been either longing to hear, or you know, something, and the discussion is just so hot. So at that particular point, you'll find me with abbreviations. But normally, I think I use a lot of full words, but it depends on the situation. So I'm kind of like on both sides. When I was little, they used to call me, please, I'm going to tell you, but nisiwasikie mkinita sawa. So they used to call me Toto because I was a little bit a food I couldn't ever bring myself to eat is sushi. My god, I tried that thing. Like if you're in Mombasa, opposite Java, there's that car restaurant, Japanese one. It's called like, what is it called? It starts with like an M. I can't remember the name right now, but yeah, I ate sushi there. By the way, it's not that bad because I remember it just tasted okay. I think the fact that I know I'm eating something raw, it just sent my mind like all over the place. So I can't just like, I can't sit and you bring a plate of sushi and I'm eating knowing it's raw fish. No, ma'am. But if I eat without knowing, now that's something different. Next question. Flats or high heels? So I used to be a high heels kind of chick. Now give me all the flats you got. Like anywhere that you see me wearing heels, just know somewhere too in that environment there's some pair of flats. I met my significant other when I was in campus. I used to be in KU, then he used to be in JQuad, and then my best friend at that time was in JQuat, and then we had gone with a friend of mine to visit her, and then of course kumbe they were friends. Okay, I hope sijawapoteza, but anyway, I went there to visit a friend and then we met, but we didn't really hit it off at all. Like it took like 2 years or something after that particular meeting. So yeah, but that's where we met. If I could invite anyone over for dinner, I would invite my best friends. Listen, me, I don't have time to be seated on a table with people and then I'm like, oh my god, I don't know, oh my god, this is an icon, I can't even eat. Listen, life is too short. I want to invite my besties to dinner so that we can laugh and do all manner of crazy things and have a good night. So I don't I don't want this at you with Oprah and then we're just there. I'm asking questions. How so tell me, how did you become successful? And I'm just taking notes. No. Life is too short, man. Like, I'm inviting my friends, those people that I know personally who make my days. Those are the ones I'm inviting so that I can laugh, drink, enjoy myself, and go to sleep. What do you value in a relationship? Oh no, not really. I can forget to my relationships. What do you value in a friendship? I think someone who has my back. At the end of the day, I mean, we can have all the fun in the world, but during my worst time, if you don't have my back, I mean, there's truly no point. And at the end of the day, it's not even at the time when I'm really low. Even when I'm high, like, you should be there. We celebrate my success, I celebrate yours, and generally just being there for each other. Because right now, the way friendships are set up, man, no, yeah, so I really value someone who has my back at any given time. And even sometimes you have those friends who come through for you even when you didn't know that you needed help. So they don't come by that much, but when you have one, just hold on to that. The best things in life are expensive. Let's not even lie to each other. I could like something like they're free or sweets, which one and which one. The best things are expensive. The chore that I find the most frustrating is, oh my god, I've remembered. I hate, and it's frustrating for me, to iron. I'd rather wear a wrinkled dress than iron anything to save my life. I hate ironing, and don't force me to do it. And I'll even own like 3 iron boxes, but me, I'm not ironing. And then, you know, here it's in Mombasa, so it's already hot, and then I'm here with an iron box. It's emitting heat, so I'm just sweating. Like, oh my god, no. Most of the clothes I have ni zile zenye kunjiki so that I'm just very poop living. The emoji I use the most, actually, and this, so many people have told me, the laughing emoji, like, I use that thing. Mpaka if you have access to Bitmoji as well. Hey, me, okay, my god, I use the laughing emoji like I'm being paid to use it. Like, for example, this I know this is not an emoji, it's more like a Bitmoji. It's more like a Bitmoji, and oh my god, my phone has cracked all over the place. But I use this every second I get, and the other like a small one when I'm texting. I was pregnant. I used to use that pregnant emoji everywhere until my friend was like, "Mo, umetichokesha." And then I had to stop. But the vegetable I hate the most is broccoli, or broccoli. Yo, I hate. I don't know. I just don't like it. And then it's like the most nutritious, so sometimes I'm forced to eat it. But if I could do without it, okay, honestly, you would bet on my life I'll not eat it. The lesson I used to fall asleep in is geography. I don't want to disclose any more information, but just know it's geography. Do you prefer a natural look? Natural, like no makeup, or okay. Something I would never wear to my best friend's wedding. Listen, I'm that kind of person who takes dress codes very seriously. Like, even if she tells me come in a gunia, I'll just show up in that gunia and accessorize and kill it, slay it, boom. So it just depends on what she wants me to wear. Like I'll not wear something which I know will annoy her. So it just all depends. Like I'm not one of those chicks who's like, oh, excuse me, what we're wedding, so wametuchokesha, oh, you dress code, oh, don't wear this, don't wear that. For me, as long as I know her and I know she wouldn't want me to wear something specific to a wedding, I wouldn't wear it. So lastly, one goal I want to accomplish in my lifetime, I think to have a successful business. Like out of everything, this has been a dream of mine, and hopefully I'll work my way around that and eventually have that under my belt. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed my Q&A. I think next time I'll probably ask you guys for your questions on probably Instagram or somewhere, so that at least I get to also answer things that you've been dying to know or things that you've always wanted to ask me. But this one was random from Facebook, some app on Facebook, and I think it had some pretty interesting questions which hopefully have made you know me a little bit better. And maybe if there's something that you want to add, just add it in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe. So I'll try and post once a week. Oh, by the way, I got my backdrop. If you love this backdrop, let me know in the comment section. If not, we will ditch it like this. Oh, another thing, you can click on that bell so that the next time I'm uploading a video, you'll get notified. So until my next video,